What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. Podcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Time for our tail of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson in the middleweight division. 160 pounds, 5'11" tall, with a reach of just over 72 inches. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, 6 foot tall, with a reach of 74 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs, fighting out of New York, New York. He is one of the most talented fighters in this division. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel Jacobs.
One of the hottest tickets around. And there's the bell to start the round. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
It's not working, switch southpaw.
The hook scores. Both men step back for just a moment.
Okay, let's reset.
This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Is that gonna go?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Oh, and this is really going to rub them the wrong way. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being... They ring the bell, and here we go. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. Not to be a judge of this fight. They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better.
Calm. It's all right. You're all right.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. He's been knocked. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to do it.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off the neck and everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and get them on points.
Both men step back for just a moment. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. The size of an average man.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we gonna see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What do you see so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering. They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This isn't one yet.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swinging big and missing big with that hook.
That's it. You're breaking his arm.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice slip to avoid the jab. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked.
Come on, get back together, focus.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get caught position, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Jacobs in that. And there's the bell to start the round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Look at me, look at me.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He got out of the way of that right hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. Well, Johnny, we're in the early...
Because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot. And that's when they catch you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jacobs in real trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is about...
Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. The jab not finding its target. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagan, pickpocket him.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened. It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Neither one of these...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.